Hey everyone, today we're going to give you 7 tips to make sure you have an even more perfect day at CocoCay. Right after this. Hey everyone, John here from Bite Size Cruises. Welcome back to our channel. Today we're going to give you 7 great tips for having a perfect day at CocoCay. So before we get started, we're going to give you some just upfront information. When you get to perfect day at CocoCay, the island generally holds between 9 and 10,000 people, approximately. So a lot of times you're going to see 2 ships there, maybe 1 Oasis class ship and a smaller ship, maybe 2 smaller ships. I think one good thing to keep in mind for everyone is that there is plenty of room on the island for everyone. So there are 5 specific kind of locales or zones, if you might, on the island right now. They are Oasis Lagoon, which is the largest man-made pool in the Caribbean. You have Thrill Water Park. You have Chill Island, South Beach, and Coco Beach Club. Coming soon later this year, you're going to have in late fall and winter, there will be an adults only part of the island as well, which is further out past Coco Beach Club. So without further ado, let's get into our tips. Tip number 1 that I have for this island is you don't have to spend money to have fun. Don't feel like you need to do everything. Now, if it's your first time on the island or you want to have a really special day or do something, we'll talk about those things in a few minutes. But for no additional cost other than your cruise fare, you can have an amazing time on the island. There are plenty of things to do, plenty of things to see. You could spend all day there and not spend an additional penny. So don't feel pressured to spend money when you get off the island. It's also going to depend on what you like. Do you like just a great fun beach day? Do you like hanging by the pool? Or do you really want to get in and do something interesting? Number 2, your Wi-Fi and drink packages are included and work on the island. So this is one bonus if you're doing a few ports and you're really kind of teetering on whether or not to get the drink package. The drink package is included on Perfect Day. So that's another day that normally at a port, you obviously your drinks aren't included when you get off the ship. So this kind of may lean you in one direction or the other. Obviously, if you are heavy on port days, the drink package might not be as valuable. If you are light on port days or you're going to Perfect Day, might be a little more valuable for you. So tip number 3, use the hop on and hop off tram to get around the island. So if you are maybe a little bit limited mobility wise, first of all, the island is very accessible. One of the great things about Royal Caribbean kind of being the in charge of the island is that it is very accessible. They have the big sand wheelchairs to get you around. There are a lot of things you could do. The pool has an accessibility feature for wheelchairs or for people that are not mobile to get you in and out of the pool. It's very accessible. However, if you just don't want to walk 30 minutes around the island or you want to go someplace specific and get there pretty quickly, take the tram. Once you get out onto the island past the pier, you will see the tram. There are hop on and hop off stops at almost every point. Well, there are at every point. So also, if you are having mobility issues, you can get the tram from the ship and go all the way up the pier, just so you know. Tip number 4, get an amazing photo at the bridge. So as you come on through the pier and you hit the actual entrance to Perfect Day, if you swing a left and go towards Chill Island, there's a bridge right there, and that bridge provides you with an amazing view of the ship or ships that are in port that day and gives you a great photo op. Keep in mind, it's going to be a little crowded there early in the morning. But if you wait a little bit and head out there later on in the day, it's an amazing place to take a picture and just snap a quick photo. So tip number 5, if you are thinking about doing the water park and you have children, check the weight and height limits on all of the slides and rides. Also, keep in mind that children under 14 cannot enter the water park by themselves. They must be with an adult. You don't have to go on the water slides with them, of course, but you do have to be there with your kids. They can't just go into the water park by themselves. So do keep that in mind, that there are height and weight limits on the slides, even for adults. There's height and weight limits on the slides. The weight limit, I think, is 300 on most of them. And then obviously there's lower weight limits and height limits as well. Tip number 6, there are lockers and towel stations on the island. So don't feel that you need to bring your towels. You certainly can. from the ship. You can get them in the morning and take them with you, or you can just grab them on the island. Plenty of towels everywhere. And there are lockers. You don't really need to bring anything onto the island. I generally bring like a few bucks because there's a little straw market there where you can use cash. Otherwise, most of the things use your key card only. So you only need your key card for drinks and food and all, and to get on and off the ship. You don't need your passports or anything. But if you are bringing things, there are lockers. So feel free to use those. They're all over the island. They're very easy to get to. My next tip is number 7, and that tip is you don't have to spend money, but Coco Beach Club is pretty amazing. I've done Coco Beach Club now, I think 4 times. It does range in price. So I've gotten it from $80 a person, which is unbelievable for the value. And I've paid $200, which I think is about the top that I would pay for it. So with Coco Beach Club, you get admission to the private club. You get padded cushions, really nice towels. You get an infinity pool, private beach access, surf and turf lunch, or whatever you want for lunch. You can get whatever you want, but they have the best lunch on the island by far there, with an amazing dessert. And it's just a very upscale experience. It is not adults only. There are kids allowed to be in Coco Beach Club, and you will see some kids there, but it is for the most part a little more exclusive. It's very nice. To me, it's a really nice way for like an anniversary, a honeymoon, some special occasion, somebody's birthday. That's a nice splurge for me if you are hitting the island and you want to do something really nice. So I have 2 bonus tips. Bonus tip number 1 is don't rush off the ship in the morning. I watched a ton of like tip videos before we made this. You know, obviously we have a lot of experience, but I just like to watch other people's tips and tricks as well to kind of get a bearing of what other people think. And one of the tips I saw a lot was get off the ship right away to make sure you get great seats by the pool or by the beach, to be in the first row by the water. And while that may be true, one thing I've noticed is you will never not be able to get a seat, especially at the beach. The pool will get a little bit crowded peak time, like from 11 a.m. to like 1 p.m., right? The pool will be pretty crowded because the DJs go, and swim up bars crowded. However, what I will say is all of the times that I've been to Perfect Day, if you are waiting to get off the ship with everyone else, there's literally 3,000 people down either by the elevators or trying to get out, or waiting on the first, on the bottom deck to get out. And you're just smushed there like sardines for like an hour. It is not a great experience. I really don't enjoy crowds. And especially like right when sailing came back and it was like everybody's still wearing masks and all, to be in a group of 3,000 people just shoving to get off the ship. There's no reason to do it. If you wait an hour, you can just walk off the ship and you can avoid all of those crowds. Now, if you are super jazzed about getting the first row of seats at the beach, or you want to get to the pool and be the first person to get a lounger in the water, you could certainly do that. I've never had an issue getting a chair or getting close to the water or anything like that. So totally up to you, but that's my tip, is just wait a little bit. Go grab breakfast, take your time, relax, take a little more chill approach. The other tip with timing is go later in the day. Go off the ship around 1:30 in the afternoon. A lot of people get out there so early at 8 a.m. that they're cooked by 12 or 1 o'clock, and they start coming back, taking naps, doing all those other things. So my other bonus tip is very, very, very non-perfect day at CocoCay. It is stay on the ship. If you've been to CocoCay a ton of times, or you're just not into it, or you don't feel like getting off the ship, it is probably the best port if you want to do things on the ship. Stay on the ship, because everyone is off of the ship. So it's a perfect day if you're like, I want to do the water slides on the ship, or I want to do, if you're on a Quantum class ship and you want to go do the bumper cars, or you want to do the North Star, or you want to do something cool. Those are the times to do it, because everybody's off the ship. So those are our tips for a perfect day at CocoCay. Let us know what you think. Do you have any of your tips of your own? What's your favorite thing to do at Perfect Day? There's zip lines, there's the balloon, there's the water park, there's all these crazy things to do. Let us know what your favorite tip is, and have a great day, everyone. We'll talk to you soon. Bye.